And he did.
Yep.
Now I'm going to go find a place to clean. Maybe I'll get a Mustang. It sadly don't work that way.
It does not.
God knows the heart, right?
Yeah.
His morning crew.
No, I'm thinking that MacBook Pro would look good on you.
I think it would.
You could win it from his radio. Not only that, it's Rob and Lizz, by the way. Not only that, but you'll get the AirPod Pros, you'll get an iPad, and you'll get an Apple Watch. And I know there's a lot of people who are like, I would want one of those Apple Watches. They're just too expensive. I can't justify the cost right now. You'll get all of that because you're a part of his radio with a first day giveaway.
Yeah, not just one of those, but all 4 of those. And the first day giveaway, you can get in on right now. You don't have to wait until June 22nd. So here's the thing. We're asking for you to support the ministry of his radio, but it's just a way we can give that back a little bit.
So Friendraiser is coming up. And that's the way, in case you don't know and you're new to the family, that's the way we raise the operational budget for this listener-supported radio station. That's why we're making a big deal out of this first day giveaway, because we just so want you to win it. And again, as Liz said, it starts on June 22nd, which is less than 2 weeks away. It's just a little more than a week away.
That's right. And you can go ahead just by texting in the keyword give to 800-447-7234, or you can just simply log on hisradio.com.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Here's this guy who really wanted to have a jacuzzi during social distancing.
Obviously.
But he doesn't have a lot of money, so he thought, you know what? I'm just going to make my own jacuzzi.
How do you do that?
So he used to have like a little fish pond in his backyard.
Okay.
And it's one of those preformed ones, but hasn't been used for years. Things all dried up, so he got it out. He cleaned it off. It's about the size of a little larger bathtub.
Oh, okay.
Just
like
enough to sit in.
Sunken tub, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he cleaned it up, filled it up with water, and then he goes, you know what? I'm going to put the fish pond filtration system on it to keep the water clean. Pretty smart. He already had it. He was able to fix it up and able to use that thing. And then he just, he calls it a hose pipe. You probably do too. I call it a hose.
A hose.
So he has it right on his concrete slab in the backyard, and he has a little outboard motor that you would put on a boat.
Excuse me, what?
He puts it in the water and then runs it, and that's what circulates the water, and that's what gets the bubbles going, and he sits in this thing. It's a little small Suzuki motor, so it's not going to, I don't think it's going to cut him up or anything.
I was about to say, it has a little propeller.
It does.
No.
I'm thinking, how do you do this thing? When I looked at it, it goes, oh, it's a smaller one, like you would use on a tiny fish boat.
Okay, so he's heating the water because the hose pipe is laying across the concrete in the sun, is that?
Exactly.
Okay, so he's heating up the water that way.
She calls it a hose pipe, too. Did you notice that? Okay.
Yeah.
That's right, y'all.
But how does he stretch in the jacuzzi? Because that's part of it. You want to stretch your muscles.
He don't care. He's just in a jacuzzi.
He's just got to be really
homemade jacuzzi.
Careful.
Yeah?
Really careful. Okay.
But he's there. He's got it. He doesn't have to go and spend billions of dollars on a jacuzzi. He just made it off of what he had.
All
in
I can
the backyard.
See is this weekend, Rob Dempsey pulling out don't go on Marketplace looking for an old bathtub.
There's got to be a bathtub somewhere I can make my own there jacuzzi.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
You know what sounds good this weekend? Taking in a movie.
That would be great.
Yeah, but movie theaters, they're closed, of course, for a while anyway. How about a backyard movie theater?
That's a great idea.
I think so. People are doing a DIY backyard or garden theater, which I love. So they're making it like really cozy with, you can get outdoor furniture that's really deep seating or some of those moon beds. I've always wanted a moon bed. I'd love to have something
I don't know
like
what that is, but now I've got to look it up.
It has like a canopy. They're super expensive, so I'll probably never get one. But at the same time, you can, use whatever you have around the house and set up. Even if you don't have an outside television, you can put a sheet up on like a concrete wall or one of those pull down screens and have twinkle lights. I mean, you can really jazz it up pretty well.
Little outdoor theater, which is good in the backyard. So Spencer, my 18-year-old, my college student in the family, he wants to do this. And we were getting our eyes, we had our vision tests yesterday.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We have to get new glasses and contacts and all that other stuff. Yeah. So we're walking around Walmart because that's where we went. And we saw a projector, a couple of them. And he's like, Dad, look, we can get one now. We didn't. but they were as low as like $70.
Yeah, they're not expensive, really. So you can do one of these DIY movie theaters in your backyard for probably $100, maybe a little more than that. But how do the new projectors work? I until you use that word, I didn't even think about it.
What, a projector?
Yeah, because I'm thinking smart TV or something like that.
No, a lot of the people doing the backyard movie theaters, they're
Right.
putting a sheet up and then projecting on it with a projector.
I guess.
So you set up your DVD or
Yeah.
Blu-ray and plug it right into the projector. And boom, there you go. You can even put it, if you got like a flat wall,
Right.
you can put it on your flat wall. Now, we have like siding, the vinyl siding. I don't know how that's going to look.
You don't have the creases, or not the
Yeah.
creases, but the edges.
The edges.
Yeah.
So, but
Just
if we
hang a
get a
sheet.
sheet somewhere
Right.
and hang it, we might be able to accomplish having a little backyard theater. Invite the neighbors over. We got a fire pit.
Right.
Wow, this sounds like a big project now.
But it sounds like fun. No, when you said projector, I was immediately transported to the 70s with my dad and the Super 8
Oh, yeah.
and having to watch his
Not
old...
that kind of projector.
Okay, because we used to have to watch his army reels, and it was like, oh my goodness.
All right.
His morning crew.
So there's this video that's circulating right now from NASA.
Okay.
They just put this out. Now, International Space Station, this kind of stuff intrigues me. One of the astronauts is Drew Fustel, and he did a spacewalk back in May 2018.
Gotta be so cool.
It is real cool, but there is something that is missing on his spacewalk.
Oh.
So listen, this is literally a chat between the astronaut, Drew, and Houston. And here's their conversation, and I think you'll catch it. It has to do something with a GoPro.
Hey, Houston, I got a question about the GoPro real quick.
We're all ears. Go ahead.
See a no... Yeah, I pushing the button. I see a no SD. Does that mean, do I need that to record? And if it's recording, is there supposed to be a red light on?
The GoPro, I'm told that if it has a card in it, it should have a red light if it's recording.
And if it says no SD, what does that mean? Can you tell me into my camera?
I think that means no card. We'll check it, though. Hang on.
What if it's in there? Well, we could put this one back in the back then, I guess. Why don't you take
That sounds like a good plan.
All right, well, let's just forget it for now. I'll get it later, or I'll just not worry about it.
So it turns out, so that's a conversation, in case you came in the middle of that, between Houston and one of the astronauts on the International Space Station. That's Drew. And Drew's out there. He forgot the SD card on planet Earth. So they can't even use the GoPro. You can't use a GoPro without a card in there to record something onto.
Has that ever happened to you, that kind of thing? Like a rainbow's in the sky, you try to fumble and get your phone, and you don't have enough memory or whatever. But this...
We're talking
a little
NASA.
different.
We're talking astronauts. We're talking the smartest people on the planet that put these rockets up into space.
And you're doing a spacewalk. It's not like you get to do that all the time.
And they have, now listen, because space, it can crush things. And so they have this specialized, I don't know what you call it, a little compartment or mold that's over the GoPro that protects the GoPro from
Being
outer
crushed.
space and being crushed and stuff. So they have in that. They brought all that stuff, but they forget the SD card, so he cannot record his spacewalk on the GoPro.
And I love that he is so super intelligent, as astronauts have to be. But he's like, what does it mean? No SD card.
Okay. And listen, he does something I hear a lot of people do.
Okay.
Listen to this. So he's going,
Like thinking.
thinking, and clicking his tongue.
Yeah, he's in the think tank.
Yeah, he's in there going,
All right,
Look
well,
at
let's
that.
just forget it for now. I'll get it later. all right?
forget it for now.
We'll get it later. We'll get it later?
Yeah, they gotta set it up there.
We'll do that spacewalk a little bit later so we can get it on the GoPro.
Yeah. It might take 4 or 5 years, but
True,
we'll
yeah.
get it at some time.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I was on Facebook the other day, and my cousin posted something about a show that her mom used to make her watch every night. I immediately connected Lawrence Welk.
Oh, she was made to watch Lawrence Welk,
She
huh?
was made. Well, I mean, Mom had it on. We only had 3 or 4 channels back then, and so she was like, "You're gonna watch this." It's not like we have a TV in every room like they do now. So she had to, yeah. And so I was like, "Oh my goodness!" I had to watch Hee Haw. And they
remember
switched.
Hee Haw.
You do remember? Yeah.
I do.
We would switch off. So my dad liked Lawrence Welk, my mom liked Hee Haw. And so this week was his week. Next week was her week. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We were very cultured.
I had a different kind of childhood.
Okay.
So I wasn't made to watch anything because my mom put me in the room when she got home.
Yeah.
So I had a TV in the room and a wicker chair. I could watch whatever I wanted on a little cable box. But my grandmother, when I would spend time over there.
Yeah, what'd you watch?
Okay, first it was the World Series.
Oh, well, go, Grandma. Yeah.
Well, I'm not a guy into baseball.
Maybe
so
that's why.
after she passed away, I'm like, boy, I wish I still would have had those times with Grandma in the World Series, even though I didn't like it as a kid. And then after that, it was Trapper John MD.
I haven't thought about Trapper John in forever.
Yeah, spinoff of MASH, and they didn't use the main character from MASH in Trapper John MD.
Right.
They used a dude off of Bonanza.
I've got to go.
He had a lot of
research
hair in
that.
Bonanza. He had no hair in Trapper John MD.
I do remember that.
So I was made to watch that. I did not like that. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing.
So what did you have to watch as a kid? Your mom and dad, grandma, whoever it was, would not let you change the channel. You had to sit there for a half an hour and watch it.
Yeah, be a part of the conversation. We'd love to hear from you. You can call or text.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Poor Liz. When she was growing up, her parents made her watch things like Lawrence Welk and Hee Haw.
Yeah. We alternated each weekend. It was like, oh, great. And I don't know that I liked either one of them that much. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Hee Haw a little more, but yeah, there you go. So
right.
That's what my cousin posted online. She was talking about what her mom made her watch. So we're trying to find out from you what you've watched. And we have a couple. So Therese said MASH and Little House on the Prairie.
She didn't like those shows?
I don't know.
Therese.
Did you like MASH?
I liked both of them. Actually, I had a really horrible family growing up.
yeah.
And so I liked Pa
Who didn't?
on Little House on the Prairie.
Yes.
I wanted him to be my dad because I had no dad.
You wanted to be Albert. Albert is the little
he's
boy
the
they brought in.
adopted
Yes.
young man later on in the
Exactly.
seasons.
Yeah.
And I wanted to marry Lori Engel.
Oh,
So,
yes, of course you did. Michelle said that her mom used to put her in a playpen and mom would take a nap. And so while mom napped, she watched Alf.
Alf?
Yes.
Wow.
I loved Alf.
Alf. Where's the cat?
I forgot that.
Oh, Alf. Okay, Diane's along with us at 800-447-7234. What about you? What did your parents make you watch, Diane?
About Barney Miller.
Barney Miller.
Oh, yeah, the old cop show.
Oh, my word.
What didn't you like about that? Because that was a favorite show of mine.
My mother loved it. Loved it. But Lawrence Welk is the topper. But Barney Miller, it bored me.
I can see, because you were young. Like, how old were you when that was on television? She made you watch it.
Probably elementary school.
And there's no 8-year-old on this planet that wants to watch Barney Miller.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So as far as Lawrence Welk goes, were you into the Bobby and Sissy dance routines?
That's the only thing about it I like. But I looked at Mom and I said, if I watch this show one more time, I'm literally going to dream I'm blowing bubbles.
That's funny, Diane. I do not remember. I remember Lawrence Welk.
Okay.
I was a little kid. My grandmother used to watch that,
Right.
but I don't remember any of the dancers.
Oh, Bobby and Sissy, my sister, who's almost 7 years older, she would play Bobby and I would be Sissy because she would lift me in the air and I remember being on the carport.
They did all the dance
And
routines
doing the
on that.
routines.
Yeah. I need to YouTube this and remember.
I don't think you do.
I don't. Okay.
No.
Maybe we should. She doesn't like it.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
This has been fun talking about those TV shows that let's go back to your childhood, that you were made to watch because your parents loved it and you're like, Mom, Dad, or you didn't have a voice in the whole thing.
You really didn't.
Because there wasn't another TV in the house for like 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
2000s get here, everybody's got a TV in their hand. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
We got a text from Michelle, and she was made by her grandmother to watch Dallas.
Oh, how horrible.
Friday nights. You know that.
I feel for you.
Who shot JR kind of thing.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. And then Angela had to watch all those judge shows. So it was like Judge Wapner, which was
People's Court. Yeah.
And then Judge Judy.
Oh, that poor guy. Who was this?
This was Angela.
Okay, Angela, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Although I like Judge Judy, I will tell you that. She's still around today. She's
Yeah.
getting ready for her last season.
Yeah. And sometimes you get sucked in by Judge Judy.
You do.
You're like, that didn't have what? Yeah,
That
what'd he do?
really happened? Okay, earlier, I don't know if you heard Liz, but she alluded that there was 2 shows. One was Lawrence Welk. The other one was Hee Haw.
That mom and dad alternated each week to watch.
Oh, the joys of live TV. So we hear from Robert, and Robert has something very special for you, Liz.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
This is for Liz from Robert.
Okay.
Robert, go ahead. Take it away, buddy.
Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you was gone.
That's awesome. Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome. I hope you remember that all day long.
I will.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
There is a 2-year-old named Hadley. Cutest little thing ever. Well, Hadley has had some health issues pretty much ever since she's been born. Needed a heart transplant. And so she's been on the lists. And she found out that she was very close to getting a new heart. So her family, because of everything that's going on, kind of had to separate. So mom stayed at home with 2 kids. And then dad stayed at the hospital with Hadley while they waited on a donor. So they got the call finally that they had been waiting on. Super excited about it, of course. A lot of emotions. Family and friends were praying for Hadley. Hadley's mom was taking care of the other kids, but they were able to FaceTime with each other.
Oh, nice.
And Hadley got her new heart on her brother's birthday.
For real.
It was his 6th birthday. And, you know, I think a lot of kids might think, well, what was in it for him? That's his sister.
Yeah.
You know, it's his birthday. And how much more special did it make for that family? So Hadley is still in the hospital. She's going to be there for a while as she gets used to the new heart and her body doesn't reject it.
Well,
that kind of
plus
thing.
you have the COVID-19 thing, too.
Right.
So you've really got to protect this little girl
This
before
little
she
baby.
comes home.
Yeah, and the entire family, because she could take something home to the family, but the nurses, the doctors, everybody that's at the hospital has really become part of their family.
So Liz is showing us some pictures
Yeah.
right now, and she has the biggest smile on her face. And this is even before the surgery. It's before,
Yes.
it's like life is worth living.
Yeah.
She has no care in the world, even though at that point in her life, she needed a heart.
Yeah, she's probably in a lot of pain, and maybe some, I don't know, the family depression, those dynamics that she was dealing with,
Yeah.
and still had that smile on her face.
Oh, I hope you share this story with others. We'll have it on our video replay so that you can share the on-demand video, and you'll see the pictures right there. She is the cutest little girl, and how inspiring. She
Yeah.
now has a new heart.
Yeah, and their hashtag is Hadley Strong.
His morning crew.
Talk about a practical joke that's been going on forever, it seems like.
Yeah, but it sounds like a practical joke most of us could get behind. There's a guy that has had a mystery pizza delivered to his home. Sometimes it's once a week. Sometimes it's twice a week.
This is so great.
One time he got 10 pizzas in one day.
This has been going on for, are you ready for this? A decade.
He has no idea. He got mad at first. He got mad.
Oh, I would. It's like, come on, quit.
Would you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd
How
be a
much
little-
pizza can you eat in a week?
Well, I have 2 teenage boys, so quite a bit, but I'd get skeeved out a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
why?
enough of the pizzas.
Yeah.
But isn't that hilarious? Okay, so here's one thing. There was one time that he got the mystery pizza, and then his friend across town got a mystery pizza. So he's thinking, okay, there's got to be a connection.
Sure.
Because if it's me and my bud across town getting a mystery pizza at the same time on the same day, it's someone that knows us, and they're not saying who they are. And the people who deliver it, of course, aren't giving them any kind of clues.
Could you keep that secret that long? I have such a hard time keeping a secret.
Oh, I could.
You could?
Oh, yeah, because if it's bugging them,
Oh, no.
and deliver. Evidently, whoever this is, this person's got some money to continue to do pizzas just about every day, a mystery pizza, for 10 years.
Yeah. And
to
10
this
in
guy.
one day. 10 in one day. So my question was, when I read this, is the guy who's getting the pizzas, getting them delivered, is he having to tip the delivery person? Or is the guy or woman who's ordering the pizzas going ahead and doing that tip?
I would say the person who
Ordering
orders
them.
it is sending
Just
it.
adding it.
Yeah. Because that'd be a lot of tip money to
That-
always give out, not knowing if the pizza's on its way or not.
Right. And that's the only thing I might get a little upset. Not upset, but just like, oh, really?
I don't have money.
$100.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't have money today. I can't
Yeah.
give my delivery person a tip.
Right. I have no cash.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If somebody wants to deliver a pizza to my teenage boy house, that would be fine with me.
Yeah. At least they're in the home for a while.
Exactly.